Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie, and if you are new here, please do consider subscribing using that big red button down below. So in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing some sandals. Now I'm going traveling with my husband in about 3 weeks. We're going to Peru in South America, and then we're hoping to travel around South America a little bit. We're not quite sure where we're going just yet. But I've been buying a couple of bits and pieces for our travels. So a couple of weeks ago, probably a couple of months ago now, I bought some new hiking shoes. I bought some North Face trainer hiking shoes. I'll leave the video linked up here if you want to go ahead and watch that. So that's going to be my kind of hiking shoes. I also wanted some kind of hiking sandals that I can wear for waterfalls or anything where it's hot weather or where my feet might get wet and I don't want to get my other shoes dirty and kind of ruined. So I've been looking at these ones for a while. These are the Teva, I think it's Teva, Hurricane VERGE sandals in grey or silver, I think the colour is. They do also have a kind of pinky version, which I love, but a lot of my wardrobe, hence this t-shirt, jumper, like yoga clothes, everything I have at the minute is that colour, so I thought it'd be more sensible to buy silver rather than this kind of burnt orange colour that everything of mine is at the moment. So I went for these, and I actually looked online for a while to find these. So on Amazon they cost about £75. On other websites, I think on their Teva website, I think they cost about £75–80 as well. On ASOS they're about £75, like everywhere kind of £75. So I looked on Google, and I told Jeremy this the other day and he didn't know this was the thing, but I put it on Google, so Teva Hurricane VERGE size 5, and then I clicked on the shopping tab and it comes up with all the different places that sell this particular item in your size, and it also shows the price as well. So I ended up finding them on Nelly.com, which I've never even heard of before, never used before, didn't know if it was going to be a fake, if I was not going to get my sandals, but they arrived. So found them on Nelly.com for about 35, so I think about 60% off, which is kind of crazy when you're buying something like a pair of shoes that cost 70 to then pay 30 or 35. So I was super happy with that. And yeah, they've arrived, so I'm going to open them for you, see what they're like. I'd also, in terms of sizing, I bought a size 5. Now I'm sometimes between a size 5, 5.5, 6, and I'd seen online that these measure quite long apparently, and then because obviously you can change the straps, it's better to go for your smaller size. So I went for a size 5. I'm really hoping they fit, because with Nelly I think you have to pay about £10 returns. So I don't want to have to waste £10 on returning them, so hopefully they fit, but let's get into the unboxing. Okay, so the bag comes like this. It says, warning, very hot things inside. That marketing is so, I don't know, junior, let's say. Very kind of teenage. Anyway, so these are the sandals, Teva 1984. Okay, yeah, USA 7, which is UK size 5, which is Euro size 38. Hurricane VERGE silver. So they come in this box. And this is them. So I've never tried these on before. I don't think I've ever even seen Teva sandals, but I just wanted something with a lot of grip, something that can kind of hold my foot in place. And I know that Teva have a lot of different sandals, especially some kind of cheaper versions that are more kind of like flip-flops with a little strap. Now I'm going to be taking my Havaianas, I don't know what they're called, flip-flops with me. So I just wanted something with a bit more substance to it, something that can really hold my foot in. And I got these ones because I like the fact that it's got this padding here and around the ankle. So I'm hoping these will be quite good. Now, I'm not a huge fan of like dad sandals, dad shoes, that whole trend is not my jam. But I kind of think if they're lightweight, comfortable, easy to walk in, and I don't mind them getting dirty and wet and things, then they're probably worth investing in. And I like the fact that they look super comfy. So that's obviously... So they are big. I mean, they're very wide, if that makes sense. They're very chunky, but I guess that's the style of them, and that's kind of why I bought them. So I'm going to try them on and let you know my initial thoughts of what I think. Okay, so this is as wide as I can get, as far back as I can get with my camera and my lens. So they do feel comfortable. My toes are actually kind of towards the end a little bit, now that I'm actually standing on them. But I do like the fact that you can tighten things, so you can make them, you know, as you want, depending on the day. If you want them tighter for actually kind of hiking, or if you want them a bit looser for something else. So I can make a bit more space for my toes. They're definitely chunky, but I feel comfortable, like in terms of walking, because my feet always get blistered. Like, I'm kind of renowned for getting blistered feet, so I did want something that's not going to blister. I feel like I might need to play about with the straps a little bit, make them maybe a little bit looser. I don't know. That's a tough one. They do feel comfortable, but they also do feel like maybe they could rub. I'm just going to make them a little bit looser and play about with them, then I'll be back. Okay, so I have zoomed you in a little bit to kind of show you what they look like. They're definitely chunky. I've just loosened them a little bit because they were just a little bit too tight. And it's kind of similar to when you have watches that you can tighten as much as you want. You sometimes tend to put them a bit too tight. So I've loosened them up and that feels better. My toes don't come over the edge, but they are definitely close to the edge, if that makes sense. But no, I think they seem fine. I think they seem comfortable. Might take a little bit of getting used to, like all new shoes do. But otherwise, they do feel padded and comfy. And like I said, like if it's just something for walking around towns, walking in waterfalls and kind of adventuring, I think these are going to be great. So yeah, they're lightweight, comfortable, and I think they're going to be good. Okay, so I've just been trying these on. I do think they're good. I think they are lightweight and they seem comfortable. I did have to make them a little bit looser because I think, like I said, it's a bit like watches. You know, sometimes you can make things really tight. I tend to put them tight, so I did need to loosen them quite a bit. But actually, I think these are going to be great, especially because I don't, like, they were cheap. They were £35, and I don't particularly care about them. They're not like a really nice pair of sandals that I want to protect. So these are going to be great for kind of hiking around the rainforests, going through waterfalls, hiking during the day, maybe even just walking around town, honestly, like day trips and things. I think these are going to be comfortable. Yeah, I'm happy. They're not my exact style in terms of, you know, because they're chunky sandals, I'm not super into that, but I think comfort and kind of durability and ease of use is going to be most important on my travels. So super happy with these. In terms of the sizing, like I said, I got a size 5 and I'm somewhere between a size 5 and a 6. It's hard because I feel like if there was a 5.5, that would be my good size. I do feel like the 5 was good. My toes weren't over the edge, but they were somewhere around the edge here. So they weren't quite over that lip. So, you know, if you're between sizes, yes, maybe size down, but also maybe not. It would have been interesting to try on a size 5 and 6 to compare properly side by side. Okay, so it's a couple of days later and I just wanted to kind of update you on what's been happening with the sandals. So I actually tried them on and kind of wore them around the house for about a day and actually realised that my toes were quite near the edge of the sandals. And I'm currently in England where it's quite cold and my feet are obviously quite small, whereas when you go to hot countries your feet might swell and get a little bit bigger. So I decided that actually I'm going to buy a size 6 and see if these are any better. So I just ordered these from Amazon. Now I couldn't find the size 6 from Nelly.com, which is where I ordered my first set of sandals in the size 5. I did find them on Amazon for about £66, so pretty much double what I paid from Nelly, but I kind of thought rather than keeping the sandals that are too small for just because they're cheap, I'd rather pay a little bit more, double in fact, and have sandals that actually fit me and that I'm not going to want to change pretty soon afterwards. So they just arrived from Amazon. So here are the sandals from Nelly, the size 5, and here are the size 6. So I just kind of thought I would open them, try them on and see what I think. So they're exactly the same sandal, the same colour, the same style, the same everything, but I'm going to try them on and see what I think. Okay, so I'm sorry about the close-up of my feet, but this is the size 6, and as you can see, my toes have a lot more space there, because with the size 5, my toes were almost over the edge like this, whereas with these, I've kind of got a lot more space, and I think it's worth spending a little bit of money just to have the right size. So these feel a lot comfier, there's a lot more space. I can make these bigger or smaller depending on how I want the fit to be, if I want them tighter or looser. So this is a size 6. If I shuffle my feet right back to the back, I have about this much space. They can shuffle forwards a bit and still be okay. And these are the size 5. So as you can see, I do have less space here. My toes are almost at the edge. Obviously I could have made them a little bit tighter and shoved my feet back a tiny bit, but not, you know, there's not really enough space. So if my feet get any bigger or hotter or anything like that, there's not going to be a lot of space, and I kind of want something big enough and comfy enough just to be able to trek through rainforests, go to waterfalls, and kind of do anything fun like that. So the reason that I'm adding this part of the video to the other part of the video is because actually I've changed my mind. So at the beginning of the video, I said that these tend to measure short, which is what I've read online. People tend to say, you know, go for your smaller size. So I ordered the size 5, and at the beginning of the video, I said they seemed fine. Actually trying them on and, you know, walking in them a little bit more, I decided they were a little bit too small, and I've now gone for a 6, and the 6 fit a lot better. Now, like I said as well, I'm anywhere between a size 5 and a size 6. These are a size 6 and they fit a lot better. I think given that they're kind of a chunky sandal anyway, they're going to look big anyway. And, you know, it's for comfort. It's not really like a super fashionable shoe to be looking cute and dainty. So I'd rather have something bigger where I can, you know, loosen them up a little bit and have them quite loose as kind of slippers almost, but also tighten them up and have them as hiking sandals, but also have enough space for my toes. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see here, but this bit here is a little bit raised. And I didn't really want my toes to be resting on the raised bit around here. I wanted my toes to sit on the flat bit so that they just fit properly and they're comfortable and they're not rubbing. So honestly, I think I would go for your bigger size. If you're between sizes, I would go up a size. So just for the comfort and just to make sure that you do have enough space for your toes and your feet to fit in. So I'm super happy with these. I'm definitely going to be keeping these ones. I'm sending the other ones back. And something to mention with Nelly.com, if you do shop with them, is that they do charge £10 for returns. So I paid 30 and I'm going to have to pay 10 in return, so I'm only going to get 20 back. That's something worth knowing. I think it was worth taking the risk, because had they been okay, I would have saved £30, because these are obviously £30 more expensive. They're double the price. These were $66 on Amazon. I'm going to leave them linked down below, because I know at the beginning of the video I also said that Amazon sells them for $75. I ended up finding them for $66, so I'm super happy with these. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping them, and I think they're going to be great for travelling. So yeah, that's kind of it for this video. I just wanted to update you on that in terms of the sizing in case you were not sure what size to go for. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below. That really helps me out. Make sure you subscribe as well for more videos, and I will see you very soon. Bye!